Hi, it's me again. Well, as I said before, I will be showing another project in which I've worked, and this time it's for a metal structure that I developed, and I made all about it. I designed it, I cut it, I welded everything about the structure, and the purpose for this structure was to contain inside of it a water tank, and this tank comes from a solar water heater, so the tank could be warmer if we encapsulate it, and that way we can have hot water for a longer period of time. So I will try to give a little technical stuff first so we can have an idea about how it works. Okay, well, pardon me, but this time I just throw the sheets where I draw everything about the structure, but mainly this is the thing. This is the water tank that we have. This structure, actually this structure was already delivered to me, so I didn't do anything with it. It was already provided, so this is the tank that had to be encapsulated some way. So the requirement was, well, we have this actually, and I had to find a way how to encapsulate it with glass all around. So I came up with an idea to develop a structure, a metal structure first, and this is the structure that I made. It is right behind here, and that was for the bottom glasses that will be in there. And also I surrounded it with that structure that you see right there. These long pieces will be attached to the main structure, and also to keep the glasses in place I just designed these other parts, these that you see here, like with the shape of like a B from one side, and from the other side it is this bar over here to contain the glass in place. And you can see that they are a different shape. I mean, this is thinner, this is a slim bar, and these are thicker, and that is because it was the material that I had available at that time. So I just decided to weld it that way. Everything it comes, I can say, almost from scratch, so that is why it doesn't look pretty nice. I mean, this was a project for a home. It is a home project, so the appearance, it is not so that important. It was only the functionality that we were looking here. So that is the structure that I made all around the tank, the water tank. And right now I will be showing how the glasses will look like all around, so that you can see how this structure can contain them. As you can see right here behind, it is this structure, and this structure will be containing in place the bottom glasses that I said before. And the purpose for these little cylinders that you see here, it is because this tank needs to have some water entrances. This side the water will come from the solar heater. The hot water will get through this connection into the tank, and also from this one. So these are water entrances. So that's why the structure had to have a little wear shape, as you can see here, because those entrances, and that's why it is that shape, because it needs to leave space for the entrances that I just mentioned. And this is just a drainer, this big one that you see here. It is a drainer in order to have the proper maintenance of the tank. If somehow we would like to give it service, or if we have some issues or something like that with the water supply, so we can drain it and cut the water with some other mechanisms that we just develop. This was an idea for an uncle. He just had the curiosity to develop something to have hot water coming from the sun. So that is how we made it. Okay, so now I will show how this will be surrounded by glass. Okay, so now you see we have there the glasses. Now the bottom ones I will be showing. Okay, that is it. So as you can see, it is all surrounded by glass. This is a big piece of glass. This is another one. These are actually three, because I had this entrance of water, as I said, so it has to leave space for that. So it had to be one piece of glass, another, and another on the top of this. This is another big piece of glass, and from the other side there's also three. Actually, these are four, because this little one that will be on top of this other little cylinder. This one is where the water will come out from the tank. I mean, the hot water will be containing the tank, and this is the output of the hot water. So this is where the water will come out and will be delivered to the entire home. And from here, in this part, well, actually on top here, it is the water scrubber, as I can say, to keep the water in the right level, and that is why it is like that. And it is made with two glasses, one glass, another glass, and it is coated with a little square here in order to leave the space to pass a bigger tube that comes out of it. And actually this is the structure that I told you. It is made of 4 parts, because it is this part which I will be showing apart. Let me try to open it. Okay, it is this all this structure. Okay, here we have it. It is this structure. It is the one that I welded, I cut it, I made all of it, as I said. As you can see, it is two structures mainly. It is formed by two structures because they move like one, but they are not joined together. They are separated. As you can see, there is nothing that unites them. So this is one structure, all of this is one structure, and all of this, it is another one. And they are actually they are symmetric, but obviously one it goes attached from one side and the other from the other side. And it was made like that because in the main structure that we saw previously, in this structure, actually the tank was already there and it was filled with water, so we cannot move it anymore. We cannot have the opportunity to maybe to remove it and then to weld something in there. No, I just had the structure like that and it was all in place. And maybe I could drain the water tank, but I didn't have enough containers to contain all the water, so I just made it simple. I made it simpler and I just developed this structure also because I guess it was easier just to bolt it in over the structure, and that way we can have more space to do some other stuff like magnets. As I said, we can have it, the maintenance will be easier also, and maybe if for some reason the structure get damaged or something, we can have more ability to do some other stuff. So that's why I decided to make it like that. And also the other structures that you saw here, the big these long pieces that you see here, I also made them to contain the glasses in place. So basically this is the model that I made, and I will give you the real piece, how it is in the reality. Let me take you there right now. Okay, here we have it. Sorry about the presentation, but it has passed a lot of time since this structure has been laid in here. So as you can see, here it is, the structure here. This is the V shape. This is the glass, all surrounded by glass. There you can see the tank. This is the entrance, one water entrance, and the structure that is right behind here. As you can see, it is right there. As you can see, here it is, that it contains all the glasses which lay on the bottom of the tank. As you can see, it is right there, all the structure, and that is it. So that was the project that I also made, and this is the scrubber, as I said, to keep the water in place. That is the tube, and this is the other part that I made. I welded, as I said, and joined it over the main structure, and it was all sealed with silicone all around. just to keep enclose it as much as possible, so the water might contain in there and it could be hotter for a longer period of time, so we can have warm water during all the day. And these are two water panels that my uncle made. Actually, I just provide a little help on this, but he made it. It was his idea actually to make these panels, and these panels contain, as you might figure, they have water tubes all around inside, all around. The temperature water goes into them, as you can see with those tubes. The temperature water goes inside, and then the sun actually provides the heat into the structure that you see here, and the hot water obviously tries to go up, so that's why there is a little rate with this shape, so the hot water is going to tend to go up, and that's why it is connected through here to the tank, so the hot water goes up and connects with the tank, so the tank starts to be full with the hot water, and then this is where the tank it is going to be drained. So the hot water that we can have from here, it goes out through this tube, and it is already provided into the house. So that is it. That is how the water tank is encapsulated, and that way we can have hot water all the day. And the purpose, to encapsulate the tank was actually because the convection, we wouldn't like to have the convection, so the air and all the stuff that can and also the water, because the rain, when it rains and that stuff, that would be bad for the tank, because it's going that way will make it cold, and that is what we are actually trying to avoid. So with this structure, with encapsulating it like this, we could avoid all of those problems. The water from the rain might come, my heat here, I mean, and it will never touch the tank. So and also the air will crash in here, so it won't touch anything of the tank. So that's why the water might stay hotter longer. So that is it, and we have made some other changes all the way. That is why you are seeing that some of the glasses are broken, but that is mainly because all the changes that were performed. But I can tell you that they weren't like that before. But we just put it was put a little of silicone all the places where the glasses are broken, but no problem with that. I mean, just with silicone all surrounded, we can maintain it as enclosed as possible. And I guess that's it for this project. Well, as you could see, that's another project from the 3D to reality, and that is another minor project in which I work. And well, as the previous one, I hope you like it. See you next time.